You might have seen me doing few videos around gradient over the last few months. I'm a huge fan of gradient because not only it is quite cost effective platform, but also it provides training the LLMs, especially the custom LLMs, very easily. And I have experimented with it, tried with it, and I can tell you with full confidence that if you are using gradient, then training and doing inference on your custom large language models becomes quite easy. Just a disclaimer, I have no affiliation with Gradient and they are not really paying me to do these videos. I'm just a true fan. I really have tried out their platform and I believe that training and doing inference on their platform really shines out. Okay, enough of the praises of Gradient. In this video, I was just going to introduce you to show you a glimpse of how Gradient actually works behind the scene. Now, before I describe this diagram, the thing which you need to be aware of about Gradient is that this is primarily geared towards enterprise businesses which want to deploy thousands of custom LLMs at the same time using the same compute and also keeping the cost in check as they would be doing with a single LLM, whether in the cloud or on-prem. Now, what Gradient does here is it provides us a multi-model shared foundation which provides any business of any size a real competitive edge. So if you work in the enterprise business or if your requirement is quite huge and you're looking to use the to use your own private data to create custom AI solutions, then you would need to maybe fine tune smaller LLMs because smaller LLMs are easier to maintain and in most of the cases they outperform larger LLMs and not everyone needs GPT-4V or Google's Gemini to fine tune them on their own data. Also, if your requirement is about some domain or task specific need, then Gradient is the way to go where you can fine tune small LLMs. So also, there is another thing that any business would have multiple domain specific tasks. So they would need multiple LLMs which would be suited to the specific task. This is where Gradient can help. And as you can see on your screen, this is where enterprise business can have the best of both worlds by leveraging a multi-tenant infrastructure that enable businesses to deploy thousands of custom LLMs at the same time using the same compute and cost they would with a single LLM. So this is the silver bullet or magic behind Gradient's multi-model shared foundation. And according to the Gradient's website, it is 10 times more cost effective. You can do incremental testing with virtually zero latency because you can leverage their just-in-time or JIT fine-tuning to incrementally test your model instantaneously, saving you hundreds of hours throughout the process. Also, with your thousands of model, you can run thousands of custom fine-tuned LLMs on same compute as you would with a single LLM. And you can reduce infrastructure complexity, overhead, and maintenance by hosting all of your model in one place using Gradient's scalable AI cloud platform. Now, let me show you one of the finest things which I really love about Gradient is this. So this scenario depicts one of the most valuable feature or asset. With Gradient, inference is done on demand and can support over thousands of models running inference on a single cluster as long as it is using LoRa or low rank adaptation fine-tuned model. This means businesses can now test out changes that are made to the models immediately versus having to wait for the entire training process to run its course and an additional 15 to 20 minutes to deploy the inference server. And that is huge. So with iterations being a necessary and frequent step in LLM optimization, the total wait time will only exponentially scale as more models and use cases are introduced. Gradient also offers the ability to run inference while your model is still training, whereas most other APIs will force you to wait until the training is complete. So by enabling teams to run incremental benchmarks on their models as it is being trained, teams will be able to discover issues in their models much quickly and avoid any wasted time. By giving time back to your team, you can address other high priority tasks, as you can imagine. So all in all, the architecture of Gradient makes it really easy to run thousands of custom LLMs simultaneously. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you don't know how to use Gradient, please search my channel. I have various videos on that, which shows how easy it is to start getting your custom LLMs on your own data by using Gradient. Thanks for watching, and if you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much.